Hi guys, I hope you are seated and ready because I have a lot for you today. I bet most of you are aware of how sensitive mental health is in Korea, so to say it was a big surprise when Winners Mino opened up about his mental state is an understatement. Rain just shared the shocking truth about Park Jiyoung, and you won't believe what JYP made him do when he was still under the entertainment. More on the Kwangya universe. Seems like other SM artists do not fancy the new SMCU worldview, and honestly, it's becoming a problem. I also have an update about the recent controversy surrounding Stray Kids and G-Idol, so make sure to stick around to know more. So, longtime fans must have known how Knetz are super sensitive about particular matters, one of which includes mental health. And honestly, I think we need to normalize talking about idols' mental well-being rather than considering it a taboo. Anyway, recently the four members of Winner made an appearance on Eun Young's Golden Clinic, where they discussed their personal concerns with famous psychiatrist Dr. Eun Young. In the course of their discussion, the members were made to share the things they never dared to tell each other, and this is when the rapper made a statement that shocked everyone. Mino revealed how he was actually diagnosed with panic disorder and had been suffering from it since 2017. Imagine how hard it might have been for him to endure everything all these years. Of course, even his bandmates were surprised since the rapper never talked about it. Not to mention, this happened when he was at the peak of his success after debuting as a solo artist and getting cast into many variety shows during that year. Mino made another sad revelation saying, quote, "After filming my variety show, I'd go out for a bit to cry without anyone being aware of it, and then I'd go back in. If I wasn't filming, my life felt like a tragedy." He also mentioned despite how precious he considers his family, he cannot seem to rely on them to the fullest. And while he harbors no ill intention against his loved ones, Mino thinks it's just part of his personality. This is surely an eye-opener to fans like us, since it does not mean our idols aren't hurting just because they do nothing but give us a smile in front of the cameras. I hope Inkles shower him with more love in the future. Knetz shared mixed reactions about Red Velvet Irene's dancing skills, and it's time to finally settle the score. For those who aren't aware, aside from being the leader and visual of the group, Irene is also Red Velvet's lead dancer. However, netizens also noticed how her name rarely comes out whenever audiences talk about the best dancer from girl groups nowadays. Instead, her other bandmate, Tsugi, is mostly picked, which is why the discussion about Irene's dancing skills, or a lack thereof, started. A topic about the matter was posted in a Korean community where a fan cam of Irene was shared along with the question, "Is Irene a bad dancer?" Of course, there are always two sides to a coin, and netizens' reactions were divided into positive and then negative. Some claim that Irene is more on the visual side of things, which also overshadows her talent, unlike other members who they consider as a balance of both visual and talent. This is a popular connotation when it comes to SM idols, and since Irene obviously has the looks, she is usually not taken seriously as an artist. On the other side, there are people who disagree and claim that Irene's bodyline is actually very neat and attractive when dancing. Some even compared her to Twice's Nayeon and showered her with compliments. Well, at the end of the day, people will stand with their own opinion, and for me, I think Irene is very talented, and despite how others only see her as a pretty face, it does not erase the fact that she is an amazing performer and a great idol to her fans. What do you guys think? Big Bang continues to drop details for their upcoming album, and VIPs are super excited to hear new music from the OG boy group. YG also finally shared the album title last March 23rd, and this comeback is feeling a lot closer as the day passes. The entertainment company shared via Twitter that the album will be called Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter, with its English title being Still Life. This was shared along with a pretty Polaroid photo of flowers, and fans are loving how artsy the vibe is. And in case you can't tell, VIPs are eager to see the group performing on stage again. This fan shared her excitement saying, "Screaming, crying, choking, Still Life already has me shaking in my boots." With tons of VIPs just basically screaming about their faves, but who wouldn't, right? I'm definitely excited to see these music geniuses on the stage once again, and I know the whole K-pop community is as excited as well. Another from Red Velvet, Yeri just dished out on SM's Kwangya concept, and it seems like more SM artists are totally confused with this universe. As you all know, Lee Soo-man and SM Entertainment introduced the Kwangya universe when they debuted aespa. However, not everyone is happy about it. On March 24th, girl group Red Velvet appeared on MBC's FM4U's Kim Shin-young's Hope Song as special guests, and soon enough it became a roast show when the host asked the girls about their thoughts about the Kwangya worldview. Yeri was the one who answered the question, saying, quote, "I saw the radio script in advance and we talked about it, but we don't have an idea. We are not familiar with it." It seems like even her members were as confused as she is when all of them burst into laughter after hearing her answer. When the host revealed how TVXQ's Changmin and Super Junior's Eun Young were as confused as she was but still promised to go to Kwangya if Lee Soo-man tells them to, Red Velvet members seconded their statement, saying that they will do the same thing like their sunbiz. However, Yeri was not having it and didn't sugarcoat her answer, saying, "Of course I will. We had to fulfill our contracts." Netizens soon praised Yeri's bravery, and I can totally see why she is called the magnet on top. Seems like the Kwangya universe is experiencing more backlash than expected, not to mention how SM artists themselves want nothing to do with it. I do hope the management does not pressure their older artists to get involved, since honestly, they are better off with their own universes and storylines. Next up, Rain just shared how he almost got plastic surgery because of Park Jiyoung. The soloist is pretty well known for his looks and physique, but turns out JYP didn't consider him handsome enough before. One of the latest episodes of Season B, Rain sat with Stray Kids and opened up about how he almost went under the needle. In the episode, the soloist revealed how he was often called ugly when he was still a child. This was the reason why he started considering getting things done. His urge to do something with his appearance doubled when he signed under JYP Entertainment. The Rainism singer said, "I almost got plastic surgery. Park Jiyoung told me to go." However, it turns out JYP himself was the reason behind Rain's decision not to do it. In the episode, he discussed how he noticed that Park Jiyoung doesn't look traditionally good. The statement surprised Stray Kids members, and you can see how hard they were holding back their laughter. I'm actually thankful he didn't take the plunge, since come on, he looks so good as is. I think he could have ruined his natural handsomeness if he had given in, right? Speaking of Stray Kids, the boys are tangled in yet another controversy when they beat G-Idol for the first place on Music Bank. The two groups made a comeback this March, and the battle for first place is pretty tough since their songs are amazing. However, Stray Kids ultimately nabbed the trophy with Maniac on the latest episode of Music Bank. There's actually a pretty big gap between their scores, but many were still upset about G-Idol's loss. Going more technical with the scores, it was noted that they nearly had equal broadcast points, with Stray Kids garnering 4,755 and G-Idol receiving 4,768. Additionally, Maniac only achieved a digital streaming score of 90, while G-Idol's digital streaming score was 2,518, which means more people listened to Tomboy over Maniac, proving the former was more popular. However, others reasoned out, saying that Stray Kids overpowered G-Idol when it comes to album sales. Remember, the boys achieved another million seller with this album, so maybe this is the reason why they won first place despite the digital score difference. Despite the still ongoing discussion, fans cannot do anything about it since the trophy had been handed down, and honestly, this is just how things work. Sometimes your favorite wins, sometimes they don't, and I guess it's time to move on from it and just wish each other good luck for next time. Well, what do you guys think? Should SM rethink this Kwangya universe? Are you excited about Big Bang's comeback? Let us know in the comments below. See you!